Hello, it's the 6th of May 2019 and I just thought I'd take you on a little tour of my back garden to see how the fruiting things and the seedlings are getting on. The polytunnel is okay. I repaired it and we had some strong winds a couple of weeks ago which ripped it open again, but the top bit has hung on and the bottom bit won't take much taping, so I think the polytunnel will be okay for another year. The lemon tree, which has been in the house all winter, has come out into the polytunnel and it's sitting between the two rows of tomatoes. I planted 5 tomatoes each side. The interesting thing is, oh, and I also planted lettuces between the tomatoes as a kind of a catch crop. The interesting thing about these tomatoes is they haven't grown as well as the ones in the pots. Those are about twice as big, I should think. And the reason is that the compost in the pots is tomato compost with added nutrients, whereas the one in the ground, well, it's just got a bit of compost. I haven't got any tomato food for them, I must get some. So, other things in the polytunnel, these are sweet peas. Germination has been sporadic, but enough to plant a little stand of sweet peas, I think. In the middle, on the table, the leeks. I think I planted those also in the tomato compost, which they seem to like very much. They germinated very quickly. My leeks last year took forever to germinate and I thought they'd never grow. This, I can't even remember what these are. It's some kind of brassica, but it's not germinating well at all. And then over on this side, the sweet corn has also been sporadic. This is supposed to be the main crop, sweet corn. I'm going to have to grow some more. That's not enough to make a stand. And behind it, the mini pot, which is just about enough. Outside, the mint is springing up very nicely, and so are the chives here. And these are some leftover cauliflowers that I didn't find a space for, but they are also enjoying the tomato compost, and I'll have to find a space for them soon. And behind them, these are chickpeas, which I think are just about ready to plant out. I'm trying to plant them earlier this year because last year I got no crop at all, and I think it was because it was too late in the season and they got too hot. They apparently don't like the heat. And them here are normal peas, sown in a gutter in the recommended manner, and these have started to sprout, unlike the ones in the ground on the allotment. That, I don't know, I think what happens is as soon as they come up, the birds come and peck them off. So I will nurture and coddle these until they're big enough, and I'll put them in the gaps where the birds ate the other ones. This bronze fennel is a permanent fixture in the garden. You can use the leaves as a flavouring, and the little green seeds, when they come, they're an astonishing burst of flavour in salads and things. Raspberries. Kiwi vine. I haven't chopped down this kiwi vine, although the fruits it produces are so tiny they really aren't useful. But what I did do was to plant a slightly different one. This is also supposed to be the same variety, Jenny, but you can see it has the lovely red fuzzy stems. So it is slightly different, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe it will cross-fertilise with the other one and the fruits might be more of a normal size. Behind there is the hazel tree, which has had a severe haircut. Thanks to the squirrel, it's still setting lots of little babies. Oh, this goosegrass. Yeah, there's a little baby hazel, which we're going to have to dig up and try and plant on the allotment to add to our hazel forest. Eventually, maybe we'll have enough seedlings that the squirrels won't be able to eat all the nuts. On the other side of the arch, this is a, what is it, it's one of those crossberries. Tayberry it could be. The apricot, when it was blossoming, it was a bit early in the year, and we did wonder whether the chill air would drive away all the pollinating insects, but no, it's doing okay. The apple tree. This is the what they call a Jenny tree because it has 4 different varieties grafted onto the same stock. And every year it has lots of flowers and produces lots of very small fruit which are inedible. And I hope it won't do the same this year. I think the only problem I can think it must be is that it was planted too close to the wall. You can see there the trunk right next to the wall. And I think this probably cuts down the amount of water and nutrients it can take in. The cherry is absolutely crammed with cherries. And next to it, the quince has just finished flowering. The poor quince, we built this shed right next to it, cutting off half of its light and water, and it's still bravely fruiting away. The other side, planted on the north side of the wall because they're supposed to tolerate shade, is the morello cherry. But in fact you can see it does get quite a lot of sun. The fig is burgeoning. It does like this corner where it's sheltered and gets lots of sun. The conservatory is emptier than usual. A few pots waiting to be refilled. These are some kind of capsicum. This is supposed to be a Russian cucumber which didn't germinate. I'm going to have to study cucumbers and have another go because I'm clearly doing something wrong there. So I'm going to plant a second lot of seeds now and pay more attention to the germination and hope to get a better result. And in the next video I'll go back to the allotment and show you the things that I've planted out already. See you later. Bye.